Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Today, folks, we're going to take a break from talking about the stupidity being said and spewed in the video game sector of the entertainment industry and shift over into the movies and TV shows. Well, I guess mainly the movies section of the stupidity, stupid things, moronicism, things being said, because not necessarily something I thought I would be talking about, considering who it's coming from, but, well, here we are from not Insider, Variety. Whoops, I can't read, folks. John Boyega, of all people. I'm going to do my best not to lose my temper, because this is something. I saw episode 7 in the theaters. I was very excited. The introduction, the Star Wars crawl, and the music still gives me chills, makes the hair stand up. I have loved Star Wars since I was a wee little child. It came out 3 years after I was born. I've always loved it. I enjoyed the prequels, despite the many, many, many faults, the many errors, I guess you might call them. It is not perfect. And when episode 7, The Force Awakens, came out, I was excited. I was genuinely excited. Where are these characters going to go? Yes, I am aware, and I'm willing to acknowledge that it was practically a copy-paste job of A New Hope, and I was okay with that because, again, laying the foundation of a story, moving forward with said story, and then Rian Johnson got a hold of it, and, well, now we're here. Thanks, Disney. But I thought I'd be hearing this from John Boyega. John Boyega says Star Wars is, quote, so white that a black person existing in it is a big deal. Really? No, it isn't. You're a twat. Toxic fans are okay with us playing the friend, but we can't touch their heroes. You insufferable bastard. Had people defending you over and over, criticizing Disney for shrinking you on the poster for China, criticizing Rian Johnson for making your character a complete and utter joke in the second movie, and the not much to salvage after that in episode 9. The speculation of what the character of Finn would become, Force sensitive, a character that broke away from the stormtrooper training, the indoctrination of that, to try and live his own life and get away from all the war and the rebellion and everything. The possibility of a stormtrooper turned Jedi was rather intriguing to a lot of people, and then episode 2 came out and flushed it all down the toilet. And you're going to spout this nonsense? John Boyega called out Star Wars for being so white during an interview as part of a new Apple TV Plus original documentary, #1 on the call sheets, Black Leading Men in Hollywood. One of my all-time favorite actors is Denzel Washington. One of probably most of America favorite actors, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson. The list goes on and on, but my memory is Swiss cheese. But Morgan Freeman. So this idea that I'm not going to get into it. Let's focus on Finn, focus on John Boyega, and focus on Star Wars and the stupid shit that comes out of this man's mouth. Boyega debuted as Finn, as Star Wars The Force Awakens, and reprised the character in The Last Jedi, where he was ruined, and The Rise of Skywalker, which he was done all that much better. His role in the sequel trilogy led to online harassment. Liar. Boldface. Bullshit. Lies from Star Wars fans. Upset that a black actor playing a lead role in the space franchise. Absolutely, well, unfortunately, you can't say absolutely no one was upset that John Boyega, a black man, played a lead role in a Star Wars film, because you're going to have piece of shit, actual racists, trolls online who are going to run their mouth. But Star Wars fans did not have a problem with it. They didn't. And if they did, you'd have all the receipts stacked up, one on top of the other after another. This is what gaslighting is, folks. In case you didn't know, making these baseless accusations with absolutely no proof, but if you make them over and over and over again, you can brainwash the general public into actually believing them, no matter how provably false they are. Variety, not a single shred of evidence can be provided for this so-called harassment campaign. Boyega says, let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest bullshit, elitist space. Except that, I don't know, I was growing up when Star Wars came out, the original trilogy, and there were numerous ethnicities and two genders, going to the theater to watch these movies. Fans of the movies. It didn't matter what color your skin was or who you wanted to jump in bed with at the time. You were just a fan of Star Wars. No one cared. If you wanted to talk about Star Wars, you talked about Star Wars. The quote continues, it's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it was something. Except we had that from the very beginning. Right? Lando Calrissian, Mace Windu. They existed, you know. I'm sorry if that's not acceptable, but black people have existed in science fiction, in Star Wars, across the industry for a very, very, very long time. And I do not understand where John Boyega is coming from. This idea that fans were some sort of harassment campaign against him. We praised his character in the first movie. We fought back. We got a bit angry. I'm still angry to this day. What they did to him in episode 8. Thank you, Rian Johnson. So, he brings this up. Yes, we had Star Wars fans try to say we have Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in cookie dough. Really? John Boyega, you are a racist piece of shit for this entire statement. And yes, I said it. I'm really trying not to get angry. I hope y'all are still here, folks. Thank you very much for hanging around this far. It's like they're just scattered that in there, bro. Yeah. Oh, you mean like the aliens? Like the many, 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 many different races of aliens that were also on the screen with Samuel L. Jackson? Let's see. He continues. They're okay with us playing with the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, we wanted Finn to be more prominent in the movie. Lots of speculation came out that maybe Finn would become the main character. We wanted to see where it went. Maybe become force sensitive. Maybe say Rey Palpatine become the bad guy, and Finn would have to work, much like Luke Skywalker did, to bring her back. The struggle to bring her back to the light, to be a Jedi instead of a Sith. Those were the speculations that John Boyega would be part of the main cast. And when Disney shit all over him, and when Rian Johnson shit all over him, fans made video after video rather upset. So where this is coming from, perhaps speculation that, I don't know, he got a script in from Disney because heaven forbid he talks bad about Disney and what the Disney writers and the Disney directors and the Disney hired director did to him as a character, did to the character of Finn, not the fans, because the fans didn't write the shit. They just didn't want to watch the shit anymore. They're pandering. Oh. Boyega first aired his grievances to GQ magazine in 2020 about Disney's fumbling of diversity in his Star Wars trilogy. Okay. What I would say to Disney is do not bring out a black character. Why not? We want to see more interesting characters. We don't care if they're black, white, Mexican, Spanish, Brazilian, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. We don't give a rat's ass what their skin color looks like. We care if they're interesting characters are written well. None of the above in the Disney Star Wars trilogy. Market them to be much more important in the franchise than they are, and then have them pushed to the side. Well, it sounds like your problem's with Disney and not the actual fans. It's not good. We agree with you, John. We agreed with you. You guys knew what to do with Daisy Ridley. No, they didn't. You knew what to do with Adam Driver. Again, no, they didn't. They didn't have a clue. That's why the Disney trilogy failed miserably. Well, I say failed. 2 million, 1.5, and 1.2 billion. I'm sorry, billion dollars with a B. With a B. Diminishing returns, however. And you look back on those movies and you go, oh, maybe not as good as we used to think. When it came to Kelly Marie Tran, again, terribly written character. John Boyega, unfortunately, a terribly written character. Had nothing to do with John Boyega, had nothing to do with the fans, and yet you want to sit here and spew your bullshit racist nonsense while at the same time claiming the fans were racist. Okay, projection, thy name is John Boyega. I had more enjoyment, more I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Almost respect for the character of Finn. Pity that the character, again, the character of Finn, was flushed down the toilet by Rian Johnson. And now this? Screw you. I enjoyed being where was I? Kelly Marie Tran, John Boyega. You know fuck all. Well, we'll agree with you on that one. So what do you want me to say? How about apologize to the fans for being a twat? What they want you to say is, quote, I enjoyed being a part of it. It was a great experience. You got a really fat fucking check. How about that? I'll take that deal when it's a great experience. They gave all the nuance to Adam Driver. What? Did we watch the same movies? All the nuance to Daisy Ridley. There was no nuance involved there. She was a Mary Sue. Let's be honest. Daisy knows this. Adam knows this. Everybody knows this. I'm not exposing anything. Blah, blah, whine, bitch, moan, groan, cry, and complain. How? Let him believe what he believes. The fans that wished, prayed that they would have done something better. I'm sure there's fan fiction out there. Not that kind of fan fiction. Don't look up Rule 34 unless you really want to. That's up to you. Much better written speculation of what Finn would become, John Boyega's character, the stormtrooper that broke the conditioning, the stormtrooper that went on to join the rebellion and become Force sensitive and to become a Jedi. What sort of interesting character could that have been? Easily anyone. Hell, I could probably write a more compelling story than Disney was able to do at the time, but hey, what do I know? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things that YouTube is begging you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one.